I'm going to show you, give you a lesson on major scales. And how to play them anywhere on the neck and in all the different keys. I'm going to show you how to do that by teaching you two patterns, a 3-string pattern and a 4-string pattern. Okay, let's start with the 3-string pattern. I'm going to show you by having my hands come on from the top of the neck. Hopefully they won't get in the way that much. So our first note, and we'll start with the A, which is the 5th fret on the 6th string. So our first note will be the 5th fret, then 7th fret. On the 4th string, on the 5th string, it'll be the 4th fret, 5th fret, and 7th fret. On the 4th string, it'll be the 4th fret, 6th fret, and 7th fret. The fingers we'll use for that, on the root, we'll use our 2nd finger, and 4th finger, 1st finger, 2nd finger, 4th finger, 1st finger, 3rd finger, and 4th finger. Okay? On the 4-string pattern, and we'll call that first one pattern number 1. In the 4-string pattern, we'll call pattern number 2. We'll have the same starting point, the same root, 5th fret, 6th string. On the 5th string, we'll have the 2nd fret, 4th fret, 5th fret. On the 3rd string, we'll have 2nd fret, 4th fret. On the 3rd string, we'll have 1st fret and 2nd fret. The fingers we will use will be our 4th finger, 1st, 3rd, 4th, 1st, 3rd, 1st, 2nd. Okay, now by combining those two patterns, that's how you will be able to play a 2-octave scale. So if I'm going to play the first pattern, or actually this is the second pattern, the 4-string pattern. Okay, now when I hit my octave here, that's going to be my new starting point, and I'll go ahead and play the 3-string pattern. Or I could do it by starting with the 3-string pattern. When I get to this point, the root, this is my new starting point, so I'm going to switch over to the 4-string pattern. Okay, so I'm combining them. And even if you're to start like with a 3-string pattern, let's say on the 5th string. Now I landed here on the 3rd string. Well, I don't have 4 strings to finish off my 4-string pattern, but I could still continue it to as much as I can. Then I'll just, since I don't have another string to go down to, I'll just move up to there to finish it off. Now what throws a monkey wrench in this whole thing is how the patterns get affected when they either land on or cross over the 2nd string, the B string. And that's because we tune the B string a half step different than the other strings. We tune the B string in what's called a major 3rd, and the other one's in a 4th. You know, when we tune our guitar, we hit the 5th fret, 5th fret, 5th fret, but when we tune our 2nd string, we hit the 4th fret of the 3rd string. So every time we land on or cross over that string, we have to make a half-step adjustment down that way towards the bridge of the guitar. So let's see how that changes the 3-string pattern. That's what I taught you, right? Okay, that's fine. Let's go ahead and start one set of strings down. So our new starting point will be the 5th string, 5th fret. Well, that's cool. We haven't had to deal with the 2nd string yet. Now let's start on the 4th string, 5th fret. Okay, obviously you can hear that's wrong. We have to make a half-step adjustment because we're landing on the, we're finishing on the B string. So when I get to this point, I'm going to have to shift a half step down this way. Then I could use the same pattern. Right? Okay, let's make our starting point on the C note, which is the 5th fret of the 3rd string. Again, obviously not right. We have to make that half-step adjustment even if we just cross over the B string. So when I get here, I'm going to have to go, right? And if you notice, I'm making some excessive hand movement there that I don't need to do. I don't really need to start with my second finger if I'm starting with a 3-string pattern on the 3rd string. I could just use my first finger. It all falls right in that one position, so that's how I would play that. Okay, let's see how it changes the 4-string pattern. This is what we learned. Okay, let's do that same pattern starting on the D note of the 5th string. So 5th string, 5th fret. Obviously not right. We have to make that half-step adjustment. So, in that, when we do the 4-string pattern starting on the 5th string, that just all fits right into our hand position really good. We don't have to move anything, so that one works out good. Let's start on the 4th string. You got to make that adjustment there. Okay, so that's it. So once you play the 3-string pattern, land on your root there, continue with the 4-string pattern. You want to start with the 4-string pattern. You're landing on that root right there, continue with the 3-string pattern. And to play it in different keys, it's as simple as whatever your starting point is, that's a major scale you're playing. If you want to play here, that's your C major scale. That's your A. That's your G. So I mean, that won't change the patterns at all. It's, so wherever you start, whatever your root's on, that's a major scale you're playing. Okay.